in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Screen by Smith. Elbit over, the pass to LeBron. Shoots from 12. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now here is Smith. He's guarded closely. Wide open look for Love. Off target from three-point range. Warriors trail by 8. It's Curry outside from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 10.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azili. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Curry. And it's Barbosa in for Sean Livingston. Here's Irving. Love, a good look. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Barbosa gets the bucket.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
James outside. It's a pick by Love. Smith kicks to James. And that one goes long. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Out to Smith. The screen from Thompson. And it's Smith penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Smith's got 9 points.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
James with it. He's got 11. He feeds it to Irving from downtown, and he gets the bucket. He's got 10.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, what has the problem been defensively?
We're a step late, I think. And, you know, they made tough shots. We can't take away from that. But for the most part, we have to find a way to guard that line if they're knocking down shots to keep them out the game.
Steph, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
They're shooting way too much from the mid-range and the outside. The offense lacks dimension, and that could really hurt them in the second half, Ronnie. I like to see their bigs get down and dirty.
So that does it for us. Hope you enjoyed our halftime show. Now we take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half call.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again.
It's been a solid outing for Thompson. He's got 14 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the paint.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
And here's Love for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Here's Irving. The screen from Thompson. Irving dishes to James. Smith against Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Love's got 5 points so far. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Here's Irving. Kicks it out to Love. It's stolen by Green. The drive by Thompson. They now take the lead. 17 points for Steph Curry.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Irving kicks to Love. The screen from Thompson. Irving passes to Thompson, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Timeout called the Warriors. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for the Cavaliers. Andre Iguodala, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Man, he's got a tremendous ability to knock it down from deep. I mean, that's a big-time triple.
No doubt that's a difficult shot. You're talking 3 or 4 feet beyond the arc.
Irving drives in. Here's Love. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Love's got 4 points this quarter.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Cavaliers trailing. LeBron dishes to Dellavedova, and he gets it to go.
Boy, you gotta love that assist by LeBron.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. You can point to any number of things, Clark. The Warriors did well last year. Their play on the road being one of them.
Well, the Warriors were exactly road warriors all season long, partner. Hit the ground running and finished with the league best 28 road wins. That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And for the Warriors, they would go on several road trips undefeated last season. Still, the only time they looked vulnerable were games on the road.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Mon Shumpert is coming for James.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
And, you know, with the Warriors on the road, they would occasionally dig a hole they couldn't get out of. Still, hard to critique a team that was so dominant in every facet of the game last season, even on the road.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And it's good. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
And it's Shumpert penetrating. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Iguodala's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with good passing.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. And Cleveland making a change here. Mozgov's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. Ian Clark comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. We've got 1:48 left in the 3rd. They set the pick. The drive by Shumpert. And just miss after miss right now.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for him.
Tries yet again. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Cleveland moving it around. Nobody near Irving. Off an assist from Dellavedova.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Here's Livingston. Misses off the right iron.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The Cavaliers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one is off. J.R. Smith checked in for Cleveland. Then for the Warriors, Curry comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. Good on the second free throw. Warriors leading by 3. Thompson inside the line. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they changed hoops. And they're really looking strong here.
Jumps up.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.